Next round of 16, the 5th round of 16 match we got in this tournament. So far, Happy Lawlight in the semifinals. Who's going to join them? We have in the bottom part of the bracket, Spiral versus Soin is our first match, followed up by the Juggernauts, Infi versus Fly, Exile versus Instub, and Foggy versus Neutron later. Lots of mirror matches. Spiral is playing ORC, and the first match is kicking off right away. It's Germany versus Korea, and there was a certain WGTL qualifier long time ago, almost a year ago. Spiral was already wreaking havoc there on the Asian scene, only in the qualifier, unfortunately. But let's see, maybe he can do it again. Had a pretty good shot here. Let's go.
Let's go indeed.
Carson, what's going on?
Rick the Dick, how you doing, bucko?
Yo, what's going on, Carson? Carson.
Yeah.
What's up, dude?
You can call me the Hamburglar is what you can
Oh,
me.
yeah, the
Right?
Carson, the Hamburglar. Yeah, he's going to steal your meat. Better find a place so he can't find it. Yeah, so Spiral playing. I'm excited about that. Spiral playing ORC as well. I wonder if Soin is going to go Farseer Headhunters. He does that all the time. He's been doing that lately. Wonder if he does it in ORC Mirror or
it's a Farseer Headhunter Mirror, Rick. It already is.
Yeah,
It's like, oh my god, we're getting it.
We're getting it. There we go. It's the double whammy.
What if we become ORC friends? What if we turned into... Where is the Blade Master? Where are the melee units? That is what we're known for. Ranged units? Intelligence heroes? Come on, ORC friends. But, you know, I love both these players. I love Soin and I love Spiral. They're two very nice guys, two great players. Two of my favorite players in the whole world.
Carson, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Both Farseers are going to come across for some harassment. Do they stop and actually just go for the Farseer, or do you just keep going to the main base? How can she slap?
Generally, actually, it's known as... How could she slap me, sir? It's generally known as a bad idea to go for instant harass in ORC Mirror. You should try to creep level 3 if you can. If you go for straight harass... Normally not good anymore. That used to be the common knowledge to go for that harassment immediately, but no longer with the Farseer. I'd expect to see both Farseers come out, go for the small green Murloc, and then the big Murloc for level 2 immediately. By that point, they'll have 3 Headhunters. Then they can go for their expansions, respectively, and get that level 3. Then we will see an exchange in the middle over the shop, over the marketplace with the Headhunters when they're close to their Tauren Chieftains. That's what I expect to see. We'll see if I'm entirely correct or not. We'll see how smart I am, Rick.
All right, so far going for the big Murloc, and let's see if they do go lock in that level 2. But yeah, some Headhunters being queued up. Spiral already queued up 2 more in the racks. He's not messing around here. And yeah, this could be creeping and then just a giant... I mean, this is going to be like... a bit of a shit show, right? When we get into an actual fight, like just Headhunters getting moved back, Headhunters getting moved forward. So this is a player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, and honestly, we see recently a transition into grunts, which might not be a bad idea after 6 Headhunters for either of these players. This isn't something I have a lot of experience in. You know, I played Blade Master and ORC Mirror, but you know, Farseer Headhunter Mirror. I'm wondering if there'll be some sort of transition into melee units. Or if they'll just stick to just Farseer, Headhunter, Shaman with a Tauren Chieftain. If there's anything crazy, a transition into Grunts, transition into Taurens is possible. But a differing creep route now for Soin as he comes across the map to try to creep Jack Spiral. But I do like Spiral's position being the one creeping because he's going to be quicker to level 3 Farseer.
Yeah, this is good. Soin trying to put on the aggressiveness at level 2 right now. And Spiral just continuing to pump out Headhunters. And I don't know how long Soin can actually stay here. Puts up a Sentry Ward, though, so he'll be able to see maybe an Expo timing with the Peon coming across. Is a good spot for a Sentry Ward. And Soin's actually getting some damage. This might be a picked off Headhunter with the Chain Lightning. Does pick off a unit. Nice play from Soin.
Yeah.
Could cancel a shop as well. Headhunter's still in range.
Yep, and there could be Troll Regeneration on tier 2, so... Don't forget that these players couldn't heal up these Headhunters if they don't have shops. Those Gloves of Haste were stolen away from that green camp. Maybe Spiral could have grabbed those, but he wanted to continue the pressure. There's one more Chain Lightning almost, so perhaps. Yep, Chain Lightning used for Spiral. Soin has one now, so he could get a second kill, but it's a 1-for-1 trade. So even so far, but Spiral has the slight experience advantage, and I would say kind of the map control now. He can be more proactive in the next camp that he takes. Now that Soin's Farseer is so low, it's got to go back home. This may even allow Spiral to take one of the middle camps, Ricky.
Oh, the Wolf in the main base does pick off that Headhunter from Soin as well. So Spiral picking up 2 Headhunters now. Going for a third. There's Chain Lightning here. Oh, Spiral about to lose one as well. Okay, nice deny. And could get the Farseer with the chain. Yeah, Chain Lightning. For Soin needs to be careful here. All right.
Yeah, definitely. But Stone
I think you're
slightly ahead, though.
I think you're absolutely right about the map control. And Spiral could go for something big. Like, do you go for like the Expo here or something, or just mid of the map? Like, what do you go for?
I mean, ideally, you'd love to take the shop at the marketplace. The marketplace is a little bit trickier to creep, especially with Headhunters. But Fire Lord second for Spiral. He's not messing around. He would love, of course, to get level 3 Farseer before he goes for some sort of pressure. The Tuskar camp could be a nice steal, but Soin is masterful at buying time. He's in the back with the Wolves on the attack, going for the Fire Lord himself. But the burrow's exposed. This could be a decent timing. Spiral behind this is not building tier 2 yet. Okay, both going for a Torn Totem. But this is really good pressure. Spiral, I think he's honestly in a very good position now with that burrow kill.
Uh-oh, Soin in trouble. Chain Lightning as well. The Farseer's still very low and can't get to the shop in time. Might have to force a TP. Okay, not going to have to.
Oh,
but he's definitely out of the fight. This is, yeah, this is not good for Soin.
All the Headhunters seem to be falling for Spiral, although the Farseer is very low. The Peon pulls, like, Soin's keeping some units alive, and Spiral's losing a lot of Headhunters, but the heroes are really all you need, as both players kind of trade everything out. What is there? 1 Headhunter for Spiral remaining, 1 Headhunter for Soin remaining, or 2 rather, now that another one comes out, but it's really just heroes. So are we at an even game? This might be just an even game, Ricky.
Yeah, Soin has, like, kind of lost everything, but so does Spiral.
The block! Is there a Chain Lightning to follow it up? There's a Chain Lightning, Ricky! Okay.
Oh, he just flashes it, too, right as the TP goes off. Nice TP from Soin. He's going to be able to get back home, and Spiral's going to now take the expansion. This could be good. Summon some wolves? No? Just leave? All right.
Yeah, dead even supply. The burrow kill is, of course, big, but you can make up for it if you're Soin by, of course, being able to creep first. Now we're in the position where Spiral has to go back and heal, and Soin can immediately start creeping. He's going to take his Tuskar, get Scrolls of the Beast, which is great. And where are the walkers? Where's the tier 3 tech? Neither player looking to go for that quite yet, but Headhunter Walker does look pretty juicy on tier 3 with the Berserker, with the Master Training for the Walkers, with potentially Torns in the future. Sometimes even a third hero, which wouldn't be a bad choice now that they're both on Fire Lords. Are we going into the late game with Fire Lord second, Ricky?
Yeah, I feel like Soin might be a little bit farther behind, though, than Spiral. He did pull like 7 peons to hold that, and we were starting to see the loss of wood now. I mean, yes, he gets the Beast Ray up, but he only has 100 wood, whereas, you know, Spiral's got his tech productions kicking, and he's got like 400 wood behind this. So this wood might be a problem in the later game, unless Soin actually goes for a Shredder.
Right.
Which, I mean, he's crept out the lab. He could potentially invest in one.
Spiral just seems to be slightly ahead on experience the entire game, but one more. Spiral, I said, I don't know if this is so. And but someone's about to get level 3/3 from this shop, and with that, he can get the heal scroll, which is going to come in handy, especially against that Chain Lightning. And with these units, they are very squishy, but it seems as though Spiral's coming for the creep check. He's got double Spirit Walker, and someone doesn't seem to quite have that luxury quite yet. So this is a stronger force for the German, and he gets the creep jack. Maybe going to be able to snag the Null Overseer with this creep jack. A very solid timing from Spiral, who, by the way, Pennant of Energy and Wand of Mana Stealing, now going to get level 3 Fire Lord and going to get the heal scrolls. Is there a timing to fight as the peons come across the map?
Sobi Mask as well for the Farseer. This is so far so good for Spiral. I gotta say, his composure this game has been pretty good. Playing one of the best. That is Soin, and like you said, a melee transition from Soin as he starts to pump out some grunts. So your question was answered, at least on Soin's side. But this is a fight, and yep, Spirit Link could come in and be a factor in this fight.
Yeah, and the heal scroll is going to help that Spirit Link as well on top. It's going to be a very big deal. And this is why I was kind of questioning that Grunt choice. Not sure if it was the proper choice or not. Soin seems to believe so, but the Grunts, they, on paper, do well against the Headhunters, but they have to get in range. And we see this first Grunt about to fall already. The Wolves coming on, Spirit Link on everything. Could be a juicy disenchant on the Spirit Link and the Lava Spawns. Where are the Wolves? It seems as though they are dealt with. The Incinerate also is coming into play. No Soul Burn for either player. Skull the Beast is going to help out quite a bit. +6 on the Headhunters, Ricky. This is a lot of damage, but there seems to be more yellow Orc than red Orc right now.
Finally, a huge disenchant with that new Spirit Walker that came out of the Torn Totem. But yeah, Spiral so far seems to be in a commanding lead. And now with Ensnare, pick off one of the Spirit Walkers. This is a huge pickoff. And Spiral's still pushing along. These peons could actually build towers if you want to keep the siege going. And there's just units behind another Raider, another Headhunter. What does Soin do? Soin's trying to heal up, but he's got nothing. 38 supply. Spiral's at 50, Carson, and this is going to be burrow cancels now. Spiral's actually just diving into the base, and Soin needs to make a decision here.
There is a town portal for Spiral, so he doesn't have to worry too much about overcommitting, but of course he wants to stay in this fight. Level 4 on the Farseer. Plenty of Chain Lightnings in the future too because of that Sobi mask you mentioned before, and Soin seems to be running dry on units. Is Spiral going up 1-0 against Soin? This would be a, you know, don't want to call it an upset necessarily. Spiral's a great player, but certainly an upset. I'm gonna say it, and yeah, 1-0. This is gonna be a 1-0. There's the GG. There's the Farseer falling, and Spiral doesn't in game 1. Clap, clap.
He's just upsetting people for 1.5 years now straight. Sometimes he disappears for 2 or 3 months, but once he's back, Spiral is just a really, really good gamer. Cool plan, cool execution, seeing, oh, I got a little bit of an advantage in the early game. Let's punish this with the Fire Lord. Let's not go into this normal game. Let's play something crazy. Let's throw a little curveball. And Soin, for pretty much the majority of the game, wasn't able to follow him, it feels.
He never really got back after losing that burrow, as it seems. He took a little bit extra damage on the Farseer. It was just little edges, right? Like, they both traded a lot of Headhunters early. They were down to 1 apiece, but a little bit extra damage on the Farseer of Soin early, a little bit extra creeping from Spiral, that burrow kill, bit extra lumber to get the earlier walkers earlier. I think he had earlier Raider, but of course the reinforcements were earlier for Soin, so he had Ensnare first, but just slight edge, and that's all it takes in like a true mirror matchup of Farseer Headhunters. I'm wondering if we're going to see maybe a switch to Blade from Soin, but I would expect to see Spiral in game 2 continue with the Farseer Headhunters.
It depends a little on the map, I guess. We got Concealed Hill and Turtle Rock remaining. Both can be good Farseer maps.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you're correct. That both great Farseer maps.
And Soin calls for TR. And this could just be another Firelord game.
It's so weird to see. And it's worth noting as well, you can't really go into the late game with Taurens against Firelord with Incinerate because the Resurrect doesn't work with the Incinerate. So you kind of have to stick to Walker Berserker. It's a very strange matchup.
Alright guys, I wish you lots of fun and great action on map number 2. We're loading into this right here. First time Spiral versus Soin, the former vice champion of Germany, facing the top 6 player of the Asian regional finals in Asia. And so far, it's looking good for the German. Have fun.
Okay, cross spawn TR. It looks like Spiral's going to be in the bottom right, Soin in the top left. Okay, Carson. I mean, yeah, probably just going to see Farseer Headhunters again on this map. TR is one of those interesting maps where it's hard to creep. You know, you can go for the turtle and the orange, and the shop is normally the route. And these two are going to share a shop, actually. So this can get pretty interesting right off the bat.
Yeah, it's interesting if it is Farseer Headhunters, the battle over the shop. Of course, those of you that aren't familiar with Turtle Rock, hasn't been in the pool consistently for a while, but there are Watcher wards at the shop, permanent vision at the shop if you're able to creep it. Of course, the red camps as well. You can get some heal things. I forget what they're called, but they heal your whole army. Yeah, a little bit of an interesting map, difficult to creep on, but we will see as Infi almost lags out twice. Infi, no! Okay, Infi's fine. But I think it'll be a Blade Master from Soin, and it will be Farseer Headhunters from Spiral. God, I'm good at this, Ricky. I still got it.
Yeah, Soin switching it up to Blade, and obviously he'll know how to counter this. So this is going to be It's going to be a bit of a mix-up in game 2 on Turtle Rock. I think, does Spiral just keep the same thing going? I honestly think he does. I feel like he'll go for Fire Lord again and try to hit that timing, and against the Blade, maybe he can actually find more damage.
Yeah, you can go for Shamans against the Blade Master more so than if it's just a Farseer, Headhunter, Mirror. You do typically see Shamans a little bit more, with the Tauren Chieftain second is also common, but of course if you do damage early on for Spiral, expect to see that Fire Lord. For Soin, I'm wondering, he has adapted, and I'm going to call it this, and I might sound like a fanboy, but he has adapted the Hitman style against Criplord pretty often with the Blade Master. Has he adapted the Hitman style against Farseer with the Blade Master, which is essentially pure Grunt Shaman, and you tech tier 3 off pure Grunt Shaman into Bloodlust with a Pit Lord third? I'm wondering if we're going to see that, or will he go for Raider Walker, which has been more common in the past, as we're going to have to ask Infi to leave. Are none of the admins going to say anything? I'll say something.
Yeah, we might have to. I don't want to be that guy, but
What are the admins? Tell Infi to leave.
Yeah, one of the admins needs to.
I'm not burning the bridge with Infi.
Yeah,
I already did it with Happy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Soin doesn't care at all. He doesn't give a shit. I want him to go out. Yeah, I know. You're absolutely.
If he can't even read the chat, he's lagging so hard.
Infi. Everybody take a break. Take a nice sip of water. Check your posture. Don't hurt your back for sitting down. Stand up, stretch your legs. You know, we got to pause here. I'm going to have a nice sip of water. You know, do a couple push-ups, you know? Do a couple push-ups. If you struggle with them, you can do push-ups from your knees so that you have, you know, a little bit more leeway, a little more leverage, a little less leverage, I suppose. You know? Try it out. A couple jumping jacks, you know? Ricky, you ever do jumping jacks?
Yeah, I used to. Yeah, I actually like jumping jacks. Are probably good for your back, right? Like you really get a good stretch in.
You get a good stretch and get a nice sip of water, guys. You know, we got a long day. Just because there's a couple delays is much less than yesterday, but we got a lot of games coming up, guys. This is just the beginning. And note, neither player has seen each other's strategies yet. I had this discussion with Thorzane. If you do have to go for a regame because there's, you know, because Infi isn't leaving, you know, do you watch the replay? Do you watch the replay and see your opponent's strategy?
Oh, that's got to be frowned upon, right?
It's a moral question, Ricky. Do you watch the replay?
I want to say you do. Zabby66 gifting to Nika Samo Thrace with the 6 months.
Rick, you're saying you definitely shouldn't cheat. Is that what you're saying?
Unless it's trivia, you could do that. But also thanks to Farts here with the 32 months. Okay, there we go.
I'm assuming somebody got in contact with Infi. Thank you.
Okay, and we're back to the action. Blade Master going to be creeping out the turtles, and well, both players creeping out the turtles. And yeah, nobody's scouted yet. Wolf going to the what is that called? Diagonal? What is that called when it's like an X across? You know,
the cross spawn, cross position.
Yeah. So like there's cross and diagonal.
Oh yeah.
Right?
What is that's only a Turtle Rock term. What do we call that?
Diagonal.
Yeah, the diagonal spawn, right? The
There's cross spawn and diagonal. Yeah, diag, exactly.
That's a TF2 term. There's a call out on a map where you call it diag. Any TF2 players in the chat? We got the Demo Man with us today. Soin, gauntlets, circlet, tanky, getting gloves. Would love another circlet on that bad boy. But this is a great Blade Master map because you can go for these items right away.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, you can really just farm items the whole time.
So it's early game, the creeping's very good with the Blade Master, right? But later on, the Headhunters are really going to reign supreme because they can gobble up the whole middle of the map, which is very important. Is there dust? No dust on the Farseer, but Chain Lightning. Someone's got to be a little bit careful.
Spiral definitely wants to contest the shot maybe and go for it. He's at level 2. Maybe you want to go to the orange or you want to creep something, but the Blade being so annoying. Looks like Spiral does want to go to the orange, but the Blade is still here. Right clicks on the Headhunters. So annoying. If you're Spiral, you just pulled the camp. You can't really commit to it because this Blade Master's just going to kill all your stuff.
Nice pick off. By the way, apparently Infi was playing in another client, and the admins swiftly got a hold of him and contacted him on WeChat. Solved the issue. Infi was not even tabbed into the game, so good stuff, everybody. So okay, that wasn't Infi like not leaving, and that wasn't like the admins not contacting him.
So he like just joined the game and then played like a NetEase game or something?
Yeah, he was playing Happy or something like that. So
that's pretty funny.
Quickly, swiftly, professionally resolved. Beautifully done, everybody. But the Farseer trying to get level 3. Ooh, we only got a couple pauses left, Ricky. Bum, 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 bum. I just did 50% of a push-up laying on the ground now, says Kevin. Well, you know, 50% more than Insup managed to do.
True.
Many spikes.
Yeah, you don't need to do push-ups or anything. You guys can just loaf it, man. Make some lunch. Make some dinner, I guess, is looming right now for the Europeans, but
breakfast over here.
Breakfast. Love breakfast, dude. I don't eat breakfast enough. I feel like everyone says it's the most important meal of the day, but I don't eat breakfast enough. You eat breakfast you eat breakfast for dinner or something. Like you'll have breakfast foods.
I eat oatmeal every morning, and then on occasion for lunch, I'll make like a proper breakfast with eggs and bacon and hash browns and all that.
I love hash browns. Like the patties or like tots or what?
I've been doing recently, you get a cheese grater and you use the big side of the cheese grater and you grate the potatoes and you grate onion in it and then you drain the water out of it.
So that's IHOP hash browns.
Yeah.
Like the mesh, recipe. It's like a mesh of yeah, it's like yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, and then you can crack 2 eggs on top and throw it in the oven without one of the plastic handle pans, and then you can throw I've done pulled pork on top. You can do bacon on top. It's killer. Killer recipe. I like doing that for like lunch, but normally first thing when I wake up I'll have some oatmeal and I won't worry about cooking for an hour when I wake up, you know. Just get it in you.
It is good.
All right, just talking about just waiting for the spikes to possibly go down for Soin, or they're talking about you know, it isn't too late in the game that if a regame needed to happen, it would be a real problem. 1 Headhunter's fallen. I think Spiral's fine with his position, though. Really, 1 Headhunter is pretty standard against Blade Master to go down, 2 or 3 even as well. So I don't think there's a big advantage if there does need to be a rehost. Just everybody's talking it out, of course. Admins have been pretty good this tournament, man. They've been killing it. Everyone's very, very active, and you know the mods in the chat have been very active too. We appreciate you guys. We see you. See you, mods in the chat. We appreciate you guys.
Yeah, if we need to change servers, I'm sure the admins would allow that, but Soin says go, so it looks like maybe we'll have a changed server for game 2, or they made some arrangement, but looks like we're finally ready to go, and Spiral really wants this orange camp. And Soin actually pulling the grunts over as well, despite the fact that he's tier 2. So the Shadow are coming out, but Soin wants the grunts with him. Might actually send them back to the Shadow.
Oh, and it is the Hitman style, Rick. He's going for the Spirit Lodge. He's going for grunts. No bestiary quite yet from Soin. So, you know, he does honestly, although this may be, you know, Hitman may get it from someone, although he claims to have come up with these things. Soin does really play commonly to Hitman with the Blade Master.
Okay, so this is gonna
kind of cool.
This is gonna be super aggressive, Carson.
Similar,
so
commonly.
Shadow Hunter coming over, and this is gonna be like Hex and just go for units early. That was a big steal, by the way, for the Blade Master to hit level 2.
Yeah, there's not much shot for the Blade Master to steal a ton from the shop if Spiral just sort of brute forces it. Eventually, Spiral's going to get this shop, but Soin tries to delay, tries to make him pay for it, and that is the best he can do. There's no windwalks, Ricky. Oh no, the Blade Master's surrounded. Can he fight his way out? There's 2 grunts. Oh, the Headhunter, can he replace it? I think, oh, that's 3 Headhunters going down. The Shadowhunter comes in. Shadowhunter, of course, can go heal wave first, and that may be able to help. Oh, this is beautifully microed so far. There's the heal wave first. Not the most efficient. No bounces, of course, but was that 4 Headhunters now? And I think Soin has certainly done enough damage. Playing it close to the edge like you have to with the Blade Master. Nicely done. Wow.
Yeah, that was a really heads-up play from Soin as well, not skilling Hex right off the start. Obviously choosing to go heal wave later on as he saw the Blade was in trouble. So really confident, composed play from Soin, but now Spiral's coming across with his own Shadowhunter. And still wants this shop. Although Ogre might get surrounded by Soin and might get stolen, although Spiral's got Chain Lightning. Oh, and he's going for the Shadowhunter. Soin's in a bit of trouble. Might lose the Shadow.
Oh, the heal wave. Oh my god, so close. There's a salve there, though. There's another Hex. There's a Purge, though. Oh, but there's no speed scroll. Couple. One more hit. Oh my god, heal wave. He saves the Shadowhunter. And in the meantime, the Farseer gets surrounded. Are you kidding me? Soin is playing out of his mind. He's not lagging anymore, ladies and gentlemen. That was ridiculous. How does he do both those at the same time?
That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. Just a quick heal wave and then surrounds 4-point with the Farseer. That's crazy. Spiral kind of lost everything. There's only got 4 Headhunters now. There's more grunts than there are Headhunters, Carson.
Oh. No last hit. It did go to the Shadowhunter there, and the Crystal Ball is going to go to Soin as well as the Ward. That was not likely to happen. One grunt going to go down, but I'm sure Soin is happy with the trade so far, Ricky. Jesus.
Yeah, that was crazy. And Spiral's still trying to chase this the Shadowhunter. Blade Master might get 2 Headhunters on the way. Will the Shadowhunter live this time? Might need to hit that Shadowhunter Spiral just to get his mana. Yeah, he's totally fine. And right now, Soin's chasing in the main base. He has a Windwalk as well. So if he gets these 2 Headhunters, he could definitely just Windwalk out. 1 crit. And there's 2 pickoffs. Huge.
There's Dust, Warmill block. Yep, there's the Warmill, Dust of Appearance. The Blade Master might fall here because remember, he's got to break Windwalk to kill the Warmill. Yeah, that's a dead Blade Master. Nice little pickoff from Spiral. Soin didn't see that coming. And what do you know? There it goes. Bang, boom. Level 2 Blade Master down. Is it enough to get back into this game? Possibly if Spiral can power creep now behind this dead Blade Master.
Hard to power creep with 3 Headhunters. He's actually getting the Berserker upgrade as well, so it doesn't have that many units, pumping out the 3rd hero TC as well. But yeah, he's going to still try to go for a big camp, and the Turtle Camp is relatively big as well. Shadowhunter hitting level 2 for Soin, so now that the Blade's gone, I mean, now I can just power creep my Shadowhunter as well. But yeah, this might be the perfect time for Spiral to actually get a footing in on this game. Level 3, level 2, taking a big camp. This is a big consumable as well.
And Headhunters, despite there being very few of them, are going to creep faster than the Grunts. But of course, as you point out correctly, like, I don't think Soin minds too much as Blade Master's dead, as he taverns it back. Guess I'm wrong on that. But because he can just power creep the Shadowhunter up to level 3, but he wants to get 3/3, I'm sure, on both of his heroes. The standard creep route would be to go to that red camp for Soin, but it seems he's coming across the map. Did he go tier 3 himself? No, just Bestiary and tier 2 only. Whereas the tier 3 tech is finished for the Germans, so he's got to buy time right now, Spiral. He's got to buy
level
time.
3 off this turtle, and Soin comes in and says yoink, gets the free level 3, and he's just trying to be so aggressive right now. The Blade Master taking a lot of damage. Stomp on the Blade. Okay, nice heal wave is going to negate that. I don't think the Blade's going to be in too much trouble. But there's so many grunts here. Yeah, the grunt purge seems to be the viable option for Soin to pick off some units here. There's purges as well. You could lock in some of these units. There we go. One more Berserker going down. Like a purge pretty much guarantees a kill as well.
Yeah, and there's plenty of them as well. No Master, of course, on the Shamans, but they are fine. The Blade Master a little bit out of position. Hex, remember, no Windwalk, but he's a very tanky boy. There's also no heal waves, but he's happy to get the Blade out of there. Now the Shadowhunter out of nowhere. Is there a purge? There is a purge, but a Chain Lightning, and now the Shamans are out of position. How does Spiral keep finding these edge when it seems as though there's no way to win these fights? He finds the out, and now he's capitalizing on the tier 3 tech advantage. You know, the longer this game goes, he's getting further ahead with the tier 3 tech, and now he's killing 2 Shamans.
Yeah, second Shaman on the way. Soin just getting a little bit too overconfident there with that positioning. That's a lot of nuke, man, with the Hex, Stomp, Chain Lightning. full mana Shadow Hunter as well. This is almost level 3 Shadow if he moves the hero's way, but I assume he's just going to try to power creep with all 3.
Oh, Wolf doesn't cancel the salves. Is purged tier 3 now. Halfway done. Would expect to see Soin go for a Pit Lord as well as Bloodlust, and then try to get that upgraded Kodo with a couple of Raiders to even out that 50 food. He can get a Kodo and then the Pit Lord, or he can get a Raider, then a Pit Lord. But either way, I expect to see a third hero for Soin as well. He's going for the red camp now, and he is getting some nice valuable camps. Once he has that first Raider, he can start to creep a little bit easier by dragging stuff out, but he's going to do so with the Hex now. But Spiral, in the meantime, he's creeping up 3 heroes, and if this Torn Chieftain gets up to 3 with that Shadow Hunter second as well, this is going to be some scary tri-hero action.
Yeah, Unholy Aura for Soin. That's a great item to pick off at that red camp, and now he's going to creep out the rest of this. There's still the issue with Spiral not being able to actually counter the Purge. So I think as long as Soin still has a lot of units, this is still going to be a viable option. Losing the 2 Shamans did suck, because that's a big bulk of your purging, obviously, but still going to be an option, because this army composition for Spiral is just going to be Berserkers and Kodos.
Yeah, for sure. And, you know, the Blade Master now is going to be delaying any sort of transition, of course, from Spiral, because he's going to be in the Peon line probably for the rest of the game.
Are you... No! No! Spiral loses TC. Wait, is he DC?
And the Farseer! Okay.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, what? Okay, I don't know. Yeah, he just wasn't paying attention, because I think the Blade Master in the main base putting on too much pressure with the Blade, and actually Spiral's losing peons in the main.
Oh, no.
He's totally discombobulated Carson. That's a huge mistake. He's just feeling the pressure from Soin, and now Soin's actually going. He's like, wait, what?
Wait, why is that altar flashing?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Not going to
Poor
get that TC
Spiral.
out either. You're going to have to go to the Tav. Yeah, that's huge, man. And Spiral, you know, you don't know when you put on this harass with the Blade what can come out of that, but Spiral definitely a little confused there, and then a little overwhelmed. And someone wants to take a fight for sure. For sure he wants to take a fight now.
That's one of those mistakes that, like, even if Spiral was looking very, very good in this series, he was looking good in this game, that's one of those mistakes that can just put you on tilt and really, like, end it. Even if it was a best of 5, that's one of those things that can really just end it for you. And I hate to say that if, you know, if Spiral doesn't capitalize on the advantage that he once had in this game, it might be very rough going into Game 3. But for now, it's just a dead level 2 Torn Chieftain. He's got 42 supply, of course. There's the Pit Lord, 51 supply for Soin, who is now taking a big lead, using a lot of Bloodlust creeping, I gotta say. But 51 supply, too. Maybe a couple mistakes for... Oh, he's gonna kill that peon, though. Okay, he'll be fine.
Okay, yeah, Bloodlust is in. I mean, Soin's got his army composition now. Still waiting for this TC to come out as the altar gets rebuilt. But big camp going in the way of Spiral for now. But there's no TP, there's no invulns on these heroes, just a heal scroll. And Soin could be on the aggressive right now. This is what he was looking for, right? He's waiting for the Bloodlust, he's got it. Waiting for the Pit Lord, he's got it. Waiting for the Lightning Orb, got it. So now he's got everything he needs. Here we go.
Yeah, if he keeps all the shamans alive, he'll be fine. Yeah, why not?
I mean, but yeah, focus on the Farseer. What can you really do? You could run.
There's heal wave, though. Maybe a little bit too much of a commitment. A Raider and a Grunt gets eaten, Ricky, and there's no damage on these Kodos quite yet. The shamans are out of position. They're being focus fired down so far. Spiral's microing very, very well. The Grunts are trying to get surface area. The Blade Master's, of course, going to kill whatever unit he wants when he focuses it down. Torn Chieftain, 50% done. There's a Grunt the whole time in the peon line of Spiral, killing everything, Ricky. Oh my god, and although Spiral is actually winning this fight at the end of the day, the Grunt is going to make sure that the economic edge is going to the Korean. But somehow Spiral is always finding the advantage in these situations that seem like they should be game-winning situations for Soin.
Yeah, no more reinforcements for Spiral until he starts to get a bit more gold. I gotta say, Soin... Yeah, a little bit indecisive. They're going for the Farseer and losing a bit of units. I mean, he's still in the process of losing a lot of units, right? But just this economic damage that he has been doing is so good. Finally, the TC comes back out. But look at the Blade Master just solo the Burrow. And he might get some peons as well.
Do you just go? Does Spiral just go all in here? He's got to go. Like, he's got to force the Blade Master back by saying, I'm going to push and try to win the game right now. And that's what he's going for. There's a town portal, though. A nice surround. But there is a town portal. It's going to be forced immediately. But now he can maybe continue the pressure of the Pit Lord. Oh, my. He could have just killed the Pit Lord there with the Chain Lightning. Was there a greater heal still? Okay, there was still a greater heal. But now the Burrow exposed. Spiral's mining again with 4. Yeah, use the Blade again.
Goes for the Shadow Hunter, but a Hex right on the Blade right away, and Dust as well. Heal Wave comes in, but the Blade's still in trouble, and as well as the Pit Lord, especially with that stomp, going for the Farseer, but the Pit Lord goes down. Is the Farseer going to end up dying? Surely.
Oh, there's an invul in the TC, but it's not able to be passed, Ricky. And now there's not very many units left for Soin, but the Blade Master could almost kill this whole army on his own. Honestly, look at the crits. There's going to be a shop for mana potions as well. The Pit Lord's going to be soon out once he has the gold Soin. But Spiral, can he break through? He's still only mining with 4 back at home.
Trying to hit some of these purges, man. I got to admit, Soin's not really been hitting any purges at all. And this is kind of allowing Spiral to be able to actually micro some of these units back. Farseer being rebuilt now, and Spiral's still just being super aggressive. And despite the fact that Spiral's been so behind, his unit composition is still very strong. I mean, the Kodos have been eating. Yeah, I mean, the one Kodo ate a Grunt. I mean, he can eat again. Nobody wants just one, Carson. Nobody wants just one.
No, can't just have one. Old box of donuts for Dick Bidet, as we were calling it yesterday.
Were you guys really calling me that yesterday?
Yeah, we were talking about nicknames for each other. Yeah.
That's well, that's disrespectful.
Altar's gotta be defended, and what's the gold difference? 3,300. Oh my God, this is about a 1,500 gold difference. Not to mention the amount of peons that have gone down, about probably 9 at this point for Spiral. So the harass is really the only thing saving Soin. Maybe a base block would have been decent for Spiral, but of course that's not standard nowadays. But the Farseer will come back. 39 against 45 supply, but the supply advantage did not grant Soin a fight victory previously. Maybe level 5 Blade Master will, because there's a lot of creeps left on the map, actually, surprisingly.
Yeah, that whole left side is pretty much uncrept, as well as the red outside of Spiral's base. Just really waiting for that Farseer. I don't think you can really fight without it. Shadow Hunter going to pick up a speed scroll. I guess the TC's got an invuln. Farseer naked as well. And this is still just a very wonky place to be in when all your heroes are so naked, especially against Purge Hex. Could get a little dicey, and right now Soin's taking advantage of that opportunity and just creeping up the whole map. And if he takes this whole left side, Carson, that could be an Expo, the red camp, the orange camp, ogres.
Yeah.
A lot of this is definitely a level 3 Pit Lord.
It's going to be TC3 as well, though, and you know, definitely TC level 3 you could say is better than level 3 Pit Lord, but Bloodlusted level 2 Cleave is not too bad either on Headhunters. But still, the hero levels are going to be completely out of control, and if there's a good stomp on the Shamans for Spiral to start the fight, you get rid of those early, and then there's level 3 Wolves on top of this, which is waiting in the wings for this Farseer of Spiral. It's going to be tough for Soin still, because time and time again I've thought, okay, Soin's certainly in a good position to win this game now. Certainly he'll win this fight, and then somehow this army, these heroes are so strong for Spiral, so I think another way around has to be the way to victory for Soin, then taking a direct fight, because of course also the gold advantage now for Spiral going forward. He's going to have 1,000 extra gold, 1,500 extra gold even in his main base, and Soin's about to be out. He's going to have to tiny if he wants to continue mining.
Yeah, it's crazy to think like Spiral's so economically behind, but he's just been able to trade so efficiently. I mean, he is so far behind, but you can't really see it. In terms of like army size or anything like that. So double Kodos for Spiral. He can still eat Berserkers +1 attack, and the Blade Master in the main base is just so annoying. I mean, Soin's look at the peon pickoffs, and these are expensive, Carson.
Yeah, like you can barely even rebuild them. There's gonna come a point when, if Spiral hits level 5, he's gonna have to sit in his base and just continuously send wolves to deny if there is an expansion of Soin. That's gonna be what he has to do, but for now he's got to defend. The shop goes down, no way to save the heroes other than a single invuln, and we're probably going to see hero focus on the Farseer right away. Nice positioning, though, by Spiral, the Torn Chieftain going around. This stomp is going to be massive, Ricky, but level 5 Blade Master. Oh, Hex. Oh, my God. Imagine if that stomp would landed, Ricky. But it's not going to land. What a beautiful Hex.
Oh, Soin just barely gets out of the Dutch there, and I think, oh, nice double hex on the TC. He's not wasting, not taking any chances at all. Blade Master could purge some of these units in back. Okay, he does get the look at this Bloodlusted Blade. Look at this. He can almost solo this whole army and pick off everything. Shades of what Hitman does against Undead sometimes when he's falling behind 20 supply. I mean, this Blade Master level 5 with Bloodlust could just pick off everything right now, and Spiral needs to turn around and start to at least stomp hex. Okay, there we go. Starts to go for the blade now. Could stomp just for more damage, but does he have dust? Okay, dust still on the Shadow Hunter.
No, Spiral is the one mining now. Soin out of gold. Oog, as you may say. So this is it, what he has. But there's going to be 2,000 gold for the German. Overcommitment into the main base, perhaps. The Pit Lord is going to have insane cleaves. Look at it, Ricky. Oh my God, the Blade Master's not going anywhere either. There's an Embalm.
Look at the Pit Lord damage. That's insane. Spiral, you can't be here, bro. You're in the wrong house. You're trespassing. The Shadow Hunter crits are ridiculous.
There's one more heal wave. The stomp is big. The Blade Master's low. Okay. Level 5. Are the Shamans dealt with? No, there's 4 Shamans left. Spiral, I don't think you need to fight here, bro. There's the level 3 Wolves, but they're going to be dealt with swiftly because of the Purge. There's actually not any Purge left. There's barely any left.
The Blade Master just deletes the Shadow Hunter from the game. You're sent to the Shadow Realm. Farseer's next, and there's no items. Then we talked about the Naked Heroes. There's nothing to protect them. He can even go for the TC if he wants, and he does. The Purge hits on the TC a billion times. That's just all the heroes dead. GG.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Crazy game. Wow.
What was that? Like custom game 7 Blade Masters? It definitely looked like it. Rah, rah, rah. Crit level 3. Amazing. And that on top of a pretty strong Pit Lord indeed. So despite some issues starting into this game, wonderful match between the two. Cool back and forth, good fighting spirit by Spiral. There have been games where he tapped out after a TC loss like this, but not today, not here at W3 Champions.
Yeah, I cannot believe at that high level that you get overwhelmed by something as a simple blade harass in the gold line. But yeah, he was totally distracted, trying to be cute and micro peons and totally disregarding the fact that he was creeping a red camp, tanking with a level 1 TC. Yeah, bit of a blunder there.
There was a level 2 TC, I think, in fact. That
died
there. That's definitely going to eat at him. Hopefully Spiral can bounce back from that. Spiral is sometimes an emotional player who this can affect. I hope this is not going to hold him back on the last and final map. This is something I feel like we're seeing more and more in Orgmira, whether it be Wolves or Blade Master, just the peon harass. Running into the back, annoying the peons, either killing them or forcing them off of mining. Is there not much consideration in the meta right now in Orgmira to just wall off the base to protect those peons?
Yeah, that's been pretty, well, of course, common in the past when it was just Blade Master mirror every time. The issue with blocking the base fully nowadays in this meta is if you do get Farseer, Firelord tower rushed and you have a full wall off and your burrows aren't always ideally positioned, and of course you can't always guarantee demolishers can get into the back if you fully wall off. It can be rough against that, but if you know you're going to go into these late game situations, yeah, I think walling off isn't a bad idea, especially in that game. That would have certainly been a great idea if Spiral could have done so.
All right, guys.
It looks like they didn't change the server for game 3 either. So Soin must be fine. But yeah, Neo, we have game 3.
Yeah, true. Have fun.
Thank you.
I love you. Spiral in the top right of Concealed Hill and in the bottom left.
Hamburgers and hot dogs too. I want to have a barbecue. All right, game 3, Rick. You know that song?
Yeah, I do. I like that song a lot. I didn't think you were going to pull that out. Oh, you got me in a bit of a quandary, man. You got me in a bit of a quandary. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we could see... Uh-oh. I don't see a barracks. Oh, Soin. Okay, so Soin's going to stick with the blade style. But Spiral Looks like he's going to do Farseer Headhunters again on Concealed Hill. And Concealed Hill, Carson, one of those maps that has the, the taverns close to each base. Farseer Headhunters could... Yes, exactly. Yes, very good.
My boy, that's what you're putting down. I'm picking it up. Picking it up right off the ground. 5-second rule, 10-second rule. Don't care. You worked at Subway. Probably applied that rule a couple of times. But yeah, the Fire Lord could come out, could see a tower rush. And if you're eating Subway sandwiches off the floor, what's better to go with that than a tower rush? A lot of pressure from a German Orc, Rick.
Yep, I'm excited for this. Very, very excited. Farseer versus Blade again. And yeah, I mean, on this map, do you go straight across or do you try to creep out? It looks like, what do you think that you try to do as the Farseer Headhunter player on this map?
Level 3 Farseer all the way. Typically on this map, this is one of the few maps in Orkmere you can actually, if there is a Blade Master Mirror, go for level 3 Blade very early on, unharassed. If you both happen to go to one side of the map, like say you go to your own shop and then your opponent goes to his shop, there's not really much chance of you guys crossing paths. So there's a chance on this map where Soin creeps level 3 Blade, and then Spiral gets level 3 Farseer. Level 3 Farseer going into the base with Headhunters. You can kill all the burrows. It's very difficult to hold for the Blade Master player, but I expect Soin knows that, and he's probably going to work a creep route in. It's going to allow him to intercept the Farseer of Spiral.
Okay, Blade Master buys a circlet at the shop, starts to creep this High Priest out. And begin the process. Tier 2 tech on the way for Soin as well right now. And yeah, I mean, the goal for Spiral does seem to just be creeping. Peon going to scout what the Blade's doing. And here we go.
Right. Interesting creep route. The shop first does give level 2 to the Blade Master, which is nice, and it does disallow the Farseer from coming down to steal it as well. If it was a Blade Master, you can typically have exchanges at the shop. Pride versus Hitman recently comes to mind when the game only lasted as long as that shop creep because there was a big exchange at the shop for both Blade Masters. So a nice creep route, but at the end of the day, Spiral's looking like he may be able to get level 3 Farseer uncontested. And then look to see the pressure start to mount, Rick. Oh, doesn't want to get his salves canceled by a peon. All right, don't think he's going to let that happen, Soin. A little too strong for that.
Might get it canceled from a creep. Actually, wind walks to make sure that he can get a little bit more healing. But yeah, now that you have Headhunters, Carson, could you go for something crazy like the red camp later on after it?
Yeah, you can't do it with 5. You can do it straight up with 5 Headhunters. Yeah, you can take all the red camps. So we've seen that from Kibikaki in the past.
Here we go. Looks like he's going to go for it. This is a big camp, too. A Blade Master's not even going to be close. Not even close to here as well. And actually, I don't even think that Soin's scouted at all this game. It's really just been the yellow peon coming across the map, right, for Spiral. So Soin completely in the dark of where this Farseer is and actually going for the expansion of Soin. So this is just a really big shake and bake, Ricky Bobby style.
Yeah, no
if you're not first or last. Like to go fast. Yeah, exactly, yeah.
So he's not going to be able to, like, generally what you want to tie this pressure into is you want to go get level 3 and then go into the Orc's base. We're seeing the timing's going to line up so the tier 2 will just be finishing for, well, both players, in fact, but a little bit earlier for Soin. So the tier 2 could be canceled. The burrows can be killed before the Shadowhunter is queued up if you're fast enough. Not going to be able to hit that timing this game, but I would love to see Spiral go into the main base right now and just burn the TP to kill a burrow and to potentially cancel the tier 2. I think that'd be a great play for him, but he's playing it safe. He wants to heal up. He doesn't know where the Blade is. But he can assume, in my opinion, he can assume the Blade Master's on the other side of the map right now. Certainly.
Yeah, and Blade Master on his way back. Shadowhunter coming out in the Wolves, being so annoying in the gold line for Soin this time. Soin getting a little taste of his own medicine. But Spear Lodge coming up, but I don't think the Wolves are actually attacking anything right now. Okay, now they finally do, but the Blade might get fed a bit here. Ooh, yeah, nice double pick off on the Wolves. And that's a big chunk of XP for that Blade.
Yeah, 2 quick ones, you might say, right there, Rick.
Yeah, 2 quick ones already getting there on the perfect line.
Yeah.
Love it. 3 peons being pulled. Oh, is this what we're seeing? Is this what we're seeing?
Spike barricades? Hit me with it, Spiral. Spike barricades. He's got the +1 attack. Firelord coming out. Spike barricades should be researched. Of course, it does work on buildings being constructed. So against the Blade Master, against the Grunts, if they try to cancel your towers, which is very important for these sorts of all-ins in Orkmere to cancel the towers repeatedly, would be very good. Give me the spikes, Spiral. Give me the spikes. Give me the blood, Eli. He's not doing it yet. Not doing it yet. Give me the spikes. This is a strong timing,
this forward
though.
burrow is not meant for this world. Not longed.
Look how out of position. So in a level 3 Blade, he's going to get back in time, and the items on the Blade Master are absolutely ridiculous. But the burrow's going to fall, and that's before the first Shaman comes out. Oh my god, I don't know if you could hold this timing. This is going to be extremely difficult. Hex first, hero focus, I think is the way out of this for Soin.
Spiral has a huge push here. 3 towers on top the boot. He just needs to worry about these heroes because, yeah, Soin is just gunning them down right now, but it might lose a grunt in the process. Soin might lose a lot in the process, keeping a few of the wolves and the summons back to defend these towers, but not doing a great job. I think all 3 are getting canceled here, which is so far so good for Soin off of, yeah, this is really hard to hold. The burrow in the back is going to take a long time to be built, so that means no reinforcements from Soin unless you lose a bunch of stuff, which right now he kind of is. These +1 attack headhunters doing so much damage to the grunts. Blade Master finally comes in. Where are the heroes for Spiral? Okay, finally they're back.
This is sick from Spiral, kind of. This is kind of sick because he knows he forced Hex first on the Shadowhunter. I can't see. I assume he did. So, yeah, there's the Hex. So there's no heal wave, so he just plays around the Hex. He's going to be forced to TP now, but he kills all the grunts, and now he's going for the next burrow in the main base. Oh, no! Ooh.
Beauty Hex there, and that's a dead Farseer with the TP.
Might have to tavern it at this point.
Yeah, not gonna have enough yet. Only 1 tower. This Blade could probably just solo everything at this point. Level 2 Shadowhunter.
Yeah.
It's well held from Soin, and this was a supply blocked no Shaman. Like, the timing couldn't have been better for Spiral, but I think the lack of heroes not being around because he told all the blocks on the Shadowhunter, but okay, Hex on the Fire Lord, that's the dead Fire Lord.
Yeah, I think...
Nice hold.
Yeah, very nicely done from Soin. He played patiently. He lost the grunts, yeah, but he forced the heroes back. I think Spiral even just sacrificing the Fire Lord there would have been decent to the Hex. Like, leading with the Fire Lord saying, Hex me, do it now, Hex me. I think
kill me, do it, yeah, do it.
I think that would have been good. And then the Farseer would have been alive longer behind that. But like leading with the Farseer, and then, you know, the more prioritized hero, of course, is going to be the Farseer when it comes to Hex. And now you ain't got nothing left, and it seems like such a strong push. Honestly, I can't believe Soin held that like that. Like there
was so much stuff. There was so much stuff for Spiral. Windwalk could actually secure this last headhunter. Okay, yeah, he's gonna Windwalk and get that. Everything's getting picked off. Spiral down to 24 supply. You're basically restarting at the start of the game with 3 headhunters, and both heroes are dead.
Gonna hide.
Spiral's
3 towers.
He's still committing, yeah, with the 3 towers being hit. Well, 2 so far. 3. There we go. There's number 3.
I think this is the only play he has. He's going to get the heroes back. He's going to have 3 towers up, and then he's going to snake the towers forward if they are not scouted. Oh my god, Soin.
No.
The grunt was going that direction. It's going that angle. Oh my god. This is the game right here. Does he see them?
Oh my god.
All canceled. GG. Yep, that's the game right there. And well played to Soin. A nice try to Spiral. Honestly, very close series. Could have gone either way. Both games at the end there.
Damn, Spiral putting on a good fight, but the tower rushes are not really his. He tried that qualifying for DreamHack and failed. He tried that qualifying for the quarterfinal and fails. Maybe leave the tower pushes to Taker and try with a straight up fight. But it was a super fun and entertaining series, which is what you oftentimes get when it's either a Spiral game or a Soin game. So Soin continues. He's in the quarterfinal. And who's his opponent, though? That's the question for the next match, the next round of 16, the next best of 3. It's 2 guys called Infi and Fly. Have you heard of these guys, Remo?
I have indeed. Legendary players and gracing also the WC3 Champions tournament the first time. They've been playing on WC3 Champions for quite a while now, and of course, this being international, we do have Chinese representation. 15 sway on the first day, didn't get too far, but Infi and Fly now 2 world champions colliding. Fly is going to play Orc, Infi is going to play Random, and the winner to be moving up against Soin. Another best of 3, which is going to be wonderful, and I'm really hyped for this one.
I'm hyped for all the support we're getting. Zabi, thank you for gifting a sub. Fart Seer, wonderful, Nick. Thank you for the sub. Mouse, 47 month. Burrow Rush with 100 bits. Less than 3 Bidu and Sonic with 500 bits. Back to Naruto. Neo is Naruto, main character. Remo is Sasuke, lady is love. Carson is Shikamaru, theory/strategy. Bidu is Choji, self-explanatory.
That
is the most weeb message we've ever gotten, dude. Holy shit. Congrats, Sonic. You get the weeb #1 emote, award. And yeah, I never watched Naruto, so I got no idea, but
what's this Choji?
Thank you, dude.
Does anyone know? Why is it self-explanatory?
He's a chubby dude. He's probably like the clown of the group.
The foil, as we call it.
All right. Well, I'll be taking a break. I'm doing my Naruto run right now, and we'll be right back in 4 minutes with Infi versus Fly. Hype!